Well, welcome to another successful client testimonial. I'm here with the Hill family from Florida. I'm here with Trey Hill, Richelle Hill, and Lamont Hill. Welcome.
Hello.
Yeah, welcome. I was just saying at the beginning of our call before we even got started recording, just discussing how Trey has grown and developed over our time together. And we built a lot of what we do at Coach Kama around his story, his timeline, and the things that he's been able to achieve. So without further ado, I just want to ask you, Trey, what was your mindset like before joining this program?
So like, I was kind of lost as a person. I was overthinking a lot, and I had no guiding in my life. I just didn't know what I wanted to do. I was just frustrated and just life in general, basketball, everything.
Yeah. What was it in particular that I know you said in general you're frustrated about a lot of things, but you said you didn't feel like you had guidance. I know you're somebody who, after we started working together, you were really clear about your hopes and dreams of what you wanted to achieve in basketball, but I think some obstacles maybe came up in the way. How have you gotten clarity since we started working together?
My mindset changed a lot listening to you, a lot more clear, a lot more tame. I've have found a way to have more purpose in what I'm doing, and I'm better at fighting through things. And if I'm having an issue with something, write stuff down. I've just been able to collect myself a lot better, and I found a way to find myself again.
Yeah. No, that's beautiful. I love what you said about finding yourself again. And I see you shaking your head, Lamont, as we go through this and Trey responds, and you as well, Rochelle. Just tell me some of the changes that you all have seen in him. I know, it's been lots of ups and downs over this journey. How has Trey changed since we started working together?
I would say he's a lot calmer, especially on the court.
Yeah.
You can see that he's having fun now and he's not reading the court as much and getting frustrated when he's possibly made a mistake. I would say overall, I feel like he's had this level of maturity change, right? I mean, I know he's turned 18, but well before that, the things that you talk about during your coaching sessions with all of the boys, he takes so much away from it. And I've just seen a shift in his confidence and just his overall, taking responsibility for things, which before he just wouldn't.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. Lamont, do you have anything to add there?
Yeah. As much as she said, it's the same. I've watched him grow. I'm a hard guy, and then I've learned to step back and just let him be him. As a man, we are raising men, and I'm just watching him navigate through himself. Now he's navigating the waters very well. Now it's not easy, but it is working. So I'm all for it. I watched him. We've been through the car rides, the silent rides, and everything else. But as we've been through this, it's a whole different, it's like a transformation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For me, how I'm looking at him from then to now, it's like almost, it's not a 180, but we getting close.
Yeah. No, for sure. I love that. Let me ask you this, Trey. What specific changes have you seen in your performance on the court?
A lot more confident. I'm a lot more aggressive as a person. I just take a lot more pride, and I have more. I just have more energy on the court. I feel as a person, if I make a mistake, I'm okay. I'm gonna just get on the other side of the court. If I'm not having a good offensive game, I'm impact on defense. I'll get down on myself, but I'll pick it right back up. I don't get rattled. I've got way better in everything, just in the game.
So you essentially just feel more resilient
Yeah.
about what you got going on. That's beautiful. I love that. How has, let's say, that resilience affected you off the court?
Just as a person, just in life, if I'm having hardships, if I'm just struggling in life, I take a step back and I look at things. I look at the bigger picture, and I've looked on how I've grown, and I've realized that you're gonna have tough times in life. Just collect yourself and just try to get through them the best you can, and just be more calm about things and think about things more.
Yeah. For you all as parents, Rochelle and Lamont, what were you struggling with before enrolling Trey in the program?
I would say struggling with his emotional instability after games. Not only would it affect the car rides, it was spilling over into our home, right? So now we're all miserable. We're all not talking to each other. And, it was lingering for days. And at the end of the day, it's basketball. He's doing something he loves, something my husband and I enjoyed together with him. And it was just overall impacting the mood of the house, impacting the mood of, even car rides in the morning to school from the night before. So I would just say overall, seeing him frustrated and knowing how much work he put in. He's been dribbling basketball you know,
Three.
since he's been walking, and then we put him in, YMCA league at 3 or 4. And, just from there, he's been in love with the game and he studies the game and
Yep.
we know what he's capable of.
What you're saying about having played basketball for so long, I know that's kind of similar to my story. I grew up with a ball in my hand straight as well. And I think it's a beautiful thing when you get to continue playing basketball into college. So I think we have something to celebrate as well. You just got your first offer. Tell me a bit about that. How are you feeling about that?
It's still kind of surreal to me. It's crazy. I never thought. I always thought, but at a certain point, I wasn't sure if I was ever going to be able to play at the next level again. I didn't know if I was going to be able to continue my basketball career and just be able to get that opportunity to just keep playing the game I love. It's just crazy to me. It's just insane.
Yeah. How are you more prepared for that opportunity now stepping into college basketball than, let's say, a year ago with a different mindset?
I know how to go about things better. I feel like I'm prepared for most things now. And I know that there's going to be struggles. I mean, it's a different level, but I feel like I'm going to be able to collect myself better and be more prepared for it.
Yeah. For you all as parents, what are you most excited for now that you have a college athlete in the family stepping
I
in
think
play
I
ball?
think I'm excited for him. I told him this is just one step of many. So we just stepping out the door. Then you have to walk up the street. Then you have to walk around the block.
Yeah.
It's steps in life. So as me and my wife go through this journey that we've been from him being 3 or 4 to now, it's very amazing. And I believe that it takes time. Everybody grows in different angles. Everybody's not the same. Some people are late bloomers, some people are not. And I feel that he's very nervous, but excited at the same time. And for me and my wife, I mean, we are the same. We are very nervous, but excited at the same time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's just something we never experienced or been through.
Yep.
So this is another chapter in our life.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
definitely.
I would agree. He's always talked about, going on to college, going on to play basketball. So just being able to see him potentially do that, there's nothing more exciting than seeing your kids, your children in general, just do the things that they love and excel at it, right? It just feels right, right? Lamont and I did not finish college, go to college. So for him to even be able to do this, it's beyond amazing.
Yeah. No, that's special.
And I'm a super emotional person too, so I'm a mess.
No, if you want to tear up, go ahead, do your thing. Do your thing. This is just an opportunity to be honest. And I know that in this journey, it hasn't been easy. Obviously we can go into all the details, but Trey, you fought through a whole lot in order to get to where you are. So you should definitely be proud of all that you've achieved. Let me ask you this though, man. What goals have you achieved that maybe you didn't think you could hit before since we started working together? Is college maybe one of them?
College is a big one. I before this, I really didn't think I was going to ever be able to get an offer or be able to get to the next level. That's a big one. Just, I mean, I have a chance at winning district championship, just everything that I didn't get. I didn't think I was going to be able to achieve. I feel like I'm at it right now.
Yeah, that's special. Can you share a before and after moment that you had that maybe really stuck out to you that was like, oh shoot, this is working?
When I had 40 points.
Yeah, 40 ball. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me more about that.
I mean, I just going in. I never really thought I would have a game like that. I just didn't. And then just it happening. I journaled before the game. I just took the steps, took the right steps, and I was just in that moment, and I just was in the zone, and I was just locked in, and it was just an amazing moment.
And that's the picture I shared with you in the community. That was the moment I think he was in the hallway before the game, sitting by himself, just locked in with his headphones, with his, his journaling book. And I captured that moment and I think I posted it to the community, just kind of sharing what you've asked of him, he's doing.
Yep.
And then not even that game, I would say that entire weekend, I don't think he scored below 20 something points. So he was completely locked in. And that was an amazing feeling because, he's been so defeated over the years, not even being able to control the ball or, get more than 4 points a game at some moments,
And it's controlling himself as well. So a lot of things is sometimes self-inflicted. So controlling himself, trusting himself. Trusting yourself is probably a big component to anything you do in life. 90% of these basketball players, I tell these kids, it is 90% in believing in yourself. Everybody wants the same spot. Everybody. But you have to believe in yourself. Belief is the best thing you can have.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the first time I've seen him believe in himself that he can do it. And you see the result. But sometimes it's a growing thing. It's going to take time. It's not going to happen overnight. This is a lifelong journey we are on. As you learning, I'm learning. And I'm learning, my wife learning. My dad told me a couple of things in life. If you stop learning, you stop living.
Yep. No, you hit the nail on the head. And Trey, let me ask you, man, what's one thing you wish you had known before starting this program?
Journaling, just getting everything that I'm struggling with, just get it out on a paper. Whatever I got going on, I don't gotta bottle it in myself. Just think about it all day. I could just get it out and get all my emotions out.
Yeah. I think something like journaling, be able to process your emotions, especially as a man, as a black man, I think it's extremely beneficial.
That was a big struggle for me. Just not being able to control my emotions and bottling it up, not talking about it, not dealing with it, and just letting it kill me and eat me inside.
Yeah. Richelle, how do you think this experience has really prepared Trey for life, not just basketball?
I'd say that's probably the biggest takeaway that he's gotten, right? It wasn't even on the court behavior. We were very honest with you about things that he was diagnosed with, at a very young age and how we, worked through those types of things in his life. And just overall, this program is making him a better person, us a better person. I manage people for a living. I'm a leader. And right, we talk about with our associates, setting goals. You're asking these children and parents to set goals, right? And talk through fear and how to build confidence from that fear. So it's not just about basketball and being on the court. It's honestly, for him, it's bigger than basketball. It's preparing him for adulthood, preparing him to have his own family, and just in general, going out into the workforce if he doesn't play basketball, right? It's preparing him for so many different things. And I would say that's probably just the biggest takeaway. He's getting a life skill, right? And he's gonna take that with him forever.
I mean, it's beautiful. You said this is bigger than basketball. And basketball is, I think Lamont used a great point, a great analogy about, you take the step out the door, then you're walking down the street, then you go around the corner. There's levels and there's steps to this. And this is a journey, right? This is all about learning. Trey, how would you describe this program in one sentence?
For me, it was life-changing. From my experience, it kind of changed to my life, kind of.
That's amazing. That's that's success for me. That makes me feel good. Richelle and Lamont, how about you all? How would you describe this program in one sentence?
I'd say
I would ditto him. It's life-changing. I was a tough guy, and I've learned to, now mind you, I didn't follow the rules all the way, all the time. I mean, I can only be a truthful person, but I've learned how to pull back. I've learned how to look and listen. If I look and listen, I can learn. That's the 3 L's. Look, listen, you can learn. I was always the guy who always wanted to, hey, do this, do that. This is how it needs to go. Hey, no, it need to be that. No, everybody's their own individual person. Just recently, I didn't go to a couple of games of his for myself. I stayed home, cooked for the family, did that. Pulled away. Sometimes it is bigger than basketball. I talked to one of my gentlemen. He says these kids got it a little harder than we think. The internet. They this, they on the phone, they on the gram, they watching the highlights, they doing this. Everybody want that one spot. Everybody looking for that one spot. He says, you be surprised how hard it is for these kids today. I had to look at it from that angle. I couldn't look at it from my angle because my angle is a little different than theirs. So that's how I took it. For me, and as me and my wife, we did the best we could. And man, we raised a pretty swell kid.
Yeah.
Now this is we got some time to grow, but I think we did okay.
Yeah. And I would just say this program, probably in just one word, it's transformational,
Very transformational.
you know,
Very.
and I would say energetic, you know. I know we always haven't been able to, you know, join all the calls all the time, but just knowing we're not alone, right? And
Yeah.
getting energy off of other people and their experiences. So I would say 2 words, transformational and energetic is what I get out of this program.
I love that. And I know you brought up before, like Trey, you've been around the game pretty much your whole entire life.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you've tried other things in order to get to where you are now, right? This hasn't been you just sitting on your hands the whole time and hoping and praying for change. You've been working at this. What has made this program different from just workouts and trainers and the routines and the coaches that you've been around so far?
I feel it's helped me a lot because I've always felt I've been alone by myself. I felt I was the only person that was going through stuff. And just knowing that I'm in a community with a bunch of people that go through the same thing, and I know that I'm not alone, and I know that I'm not crazy for going through this, and just knowing that there's people around me that want to get better just me and that are in the same position as me. That's really what's the difference for me.
That's awesome.
And from you, you've been through hard stuff, and just knowing that you've also been through the same thing. So
Yeah. I love
Yeah.
that. I love
We've
Richelle.
tried you know, we've tried mentorships, you know, we've gone through and talked to other people, but I think you are so relatable,
Yes.
right? You've walked in their shoes, and you also have the spirit about you that I
Thank you.
think, you know, we talked about you just making us feel so comfortable. And then, you know, I think that makes, you know, us want to buy in. Trey wants you buy into the program and these other families as well. So I think for, at least for my position, that was something that was really important, listening to you and you going through this journey yourself and building this journey off of your experiences.
Definitely. No, thank you for that. That's confirmation about a lot of things. And I think you said, Trey, you know, we've been fortunate enough to work with a lot of people over this past year. It's been over 100 players and their families. And man, it's really about community and making sure you all understand that you're not alone in this process.
Yeah.
Trey, I can't tell you how many times when I was younger, I felt like I was crazy for experiencing what I was
Yeah.
experiencing. You know, and obviously I had some different pressures, the weight that was on my shoulders, and
Yeah.
get around people, and especially a coach who explained it in such a way where it clicked, right? And I understood, okay, this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. And it's no longer this, hey, run and jump and do all these things. I finally understood how to do it in a way that made sense to me. And I'm glad to hear that this has been that case for you all as well.
Mhm. Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, before we wrap up, I'd love to end it this way. What are some remarks that you'd love to share with, start off with you, Trey. What are some remarks you'd love to share with a player who is in a similar position to you, thinking about starting this program, is maybe on YouTube or Instagram and is seeing this right now?
Be afraid to go through struggles. Take your time with it. Be patient. Buy in, and follow everything. Trust everything. Follow everything. Listen. Ask questions for sure. Ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Seek advice from other people. Don't be scared to talk to other people. Seek advice and just try to listen and take in as much as possible and try to, put it into yourself.
Yeah. I think you said something that was really good there in terms of asking questions. And that's something that I think you really benefited from in this program. And I was going to end it there, but I do want to continue for a bit because I know not every week you're able to show up to calls, right? Because of your schedule and things that come up. What would you say to somebody who believes that, hey, I'm not going to do this unless I can show up to every single call?
It's okay to miss calls. I mean, there's recordings. And when you're in the calls, ask questions. Don't be afraid don't be quiet, and if you miss a call 1 week, try to make it up for asking a little more questions the next week. It's okay to miss things. Don't dawn on it. And if you miss it, go back to the recordings and just ask questions. Try to be a sponge, especially when you're listening. Try to pay attention to a little more detail. Be a sponge. It's okay.
Yeah.
And we use the app a lot, right? So you have that amazing app. And I know we've been with you from the beginning. So the first app to the second app to the third app. So I think we got it right.
Yeah.
Right. This one, after you use it for a little bit, it's very user friendly. And I see the players posting,
Yeah.
right? They're posting their videos, they're posting their frustrations, they're posting their wins, right? It's nice to have our private parent chat too. So we could, if we can't make a call or we need to talk before the calls, right? Right. We have a space in between our calls. So it's nice to be able to connect through that circles community as well. That's been a game changer, I would say, with that upgrade to the program.
I'd love to hear more about the same question that I asked Trey. Believe it or not, I've heard before from some families who, oh, I want to be able to make every single call, or I want to be able to just do one-on-ones. You all have been here since day one, and the program has changed quite a bit.
Yes.
Tell me more about that, because I would hate for, I guess, somebody to have limiting beliefs and say, hey, we got to do it this way. How has it been for you in terms of trusting the process and really kind of, I guess, submitting to, hey, Trey and the team may know better than we do in terms of getting this outcome?
I think we had to have faith,
Life
right?
is life.
Life, yeah,
Life
things
be life.
change.
Yeah.
Sometimes I got to work overtime. Sometimes I got to do this. Sometimes I got to do that. It's not a lot of times you haven't seen me on call.
Schedules might be
Schedules this, schedules that. Family matters here, this, that, and the third. That's all an excuse to me. If you need to make it, you will. And everything your platform is already built for that.
Yep.
Now, mind you, it doesn't matter if you miss a call or not. It's still the same energy that you're giving. So sometimes life be lifing, and that's reality, because that's what we living in. Reality.
You have to divide and conquer just in anything in life, right? We're balancing multiple responsibilities. So work, we're balancing our kids, we're balancing our families, we're balancing our own stress. So in terms of that, it's like, it's what you put in too, right? So if you can't make it to calls, we talk in the app, right? I can jump on an app really quick if I'm in the middle of doing something, and it might take 4 or 5 minutes. Let me review something you posted in film. Might be 1 minute and 48 seconds. If I don't have an hour to dedicate, you can dedicate a little bit of time to that. And I would say just anything in life, things change. Change is the only thing in our life that is really constant.
Yes.
So just being adaptable to everything that you're doing for the program, I would just say we have to adapt to change, and it's okay if we miss things. It's just make it up where you can make it up.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
I just want to be clear. We've gotten better as time has gone on.
Yes.
Oh, I mean, there wasn't. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I love the growth.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, in closing, I'd love to hear one more thing from you all as parents. What's one word of advice you would give to a parent who is considering enrolling their player in the varsity performance system?
I would say just Nike, just do it.
And just listen. Just listen. As parents, we have a tendency to not listen and try to give our life upon our children because we think we know what's best. But no, we are all individuals. It's individuality. Everybody's born their own way. Born by yourself, you're going to die by yourself. No pun intended. That's what it is. It's individual. I'm not my father. I have his tendencies, but I am not him.
Yep.
I am me. So I want parents to understand, if I could tell any man, and yes, we are men. We are raising men, but they are going to be themselves. Just listen. That's the best thing I can tell anybody. That's what I've learned from all of this.
Make the
Listen.
investment. Honestly,
And yes,
it was
make the
a great investment
If,
for us.
now, if it's filled, if it's worth the investment, make it.
Yeah, look at the bigger picture.
Yes.
Really look at the bigger picture.
Yeah.
This investment has helped me get a
Tremendously.
scholarship to go to college.
Tremendously.
I've a chance to play at the next level, and I get the chance to live out my dream.
Tremendously.
Yeah. Tell me more about that. I was planning on ending, but I want to hear more about this wall, Lamont.
I felt I was just stagnant. I felt
You know, we were the car rides home very quiet.
No playtime, right?
You know,
The playtime
I'm
was
an
reducing.
aggressive person. You know, we have arguments, this, that, and the third. My wife, she, you know, it was shutting down a lot of our situations. And she was like, hey, I found Trey Mourning. Hey, you know what I mean? I was, oh yeah, let's listen to it. Looked at the price. I was, oh my God. I had to go ahead and I said, let me go ahead and sit down a little bit. But you know what? I said, you know what? This is an investment. This is just not nothing I'm just doing around the corner. What you call that there, the AAU guy?
Yeah.
This is, I want him to take something what he can have when he's 40 years old.
Yeah.
And then I'm watching it grow. I says, look, it's night and day. Trey, I kid you not, man. This guy is he's a whole different person, man. He couldn't get through a lot of things. This thing, it made him get through a lot of things. You know what I mean? Bigger than me, you know what I mean? Because it takes a village,
Yeah.
correct? It takes a village to raise a child. That's what they say. It takes a village to raise. And
You're part of our village
yeah,
now.
you're part of the village.
Thank you. No, I appreciate that. So
And then I always have that "What would Trey do?" in the back of my mind. The other Trey, not my Trey, the other Trey. Ask Trey. I say it all the time.
that's funny.
Did you listen to Trey this week?
That's funny.
Yep.
I love that.
I'm gonna tell Trey. I'm gonna talk to Trey.
I
Yeah.
love that. So Trey, you went from not having a lot of playing time was decreasing, to fast forward just a little bit, after maybe a couple months, few months, you had your first 40 ball. And then now we're sitting across from one another and you have a scholarship to play college basketball.
Yeah.
So, dude, it's been a journey. It's been a joy to be a part of your village. And I look forward to continuing to support you because, man, the best is yet to come. I believe it.